Welcome to Entertainment Flash. I'm your host, Ron, and I got a very special guest. Kenny, how are you? If you don't know Kenny, he is from Sports Unfolded, NBA. And I'm getting some feedback. So let me grab this. Yeah. Kenny, fresh, ready to go for the Celtics game tonight? We look at those Celtics, and they're about to do something amazing. I hope that cleared up the sound problems. If you're watching and still having some sound issues, let me know. You ready for the game tonight? I know you're going to be giving the team a pep talk tonight. So everybody's looking forward to the Celtics game against the Miami Heat in Game 7 tonight. So we will be talking about that a little later on. In our TV segment, because it is TV, and it's going to be a ratings bonanza. We've got some movie news, some Star Wars fans. You want to stick around for that? Apparently I didn't change the title of the episode as well. I still have Sunday Showdown on there, so that's a good start. So. We have some TV news. We have some movie news with Star Wars updates. We have some music. So we're going to talk a little bit about some new music out, the playlist. So what we think you should be watching and listening, and the whole bit today. So, and of course, we have Ron's top 5, but it's not just Ron's top 5 today. It is Ron and Kenny's top 5 today. And you want to stick around for that one because that is a special one. You want to stick around for this. But what's even more exciting, we are brought to you by the Seed Cafe, as you can see in back of me. And I'm having all kinds of issues on here, trying to get this working, and my laptop is right now doing nothing. It is doing nothing. It is just sitting there, and I can't type anything in. So, we're here at the Seed Cafe, right outside the doors. You can see it right up above my shoulder here, right there. It's beautiful in there, and so we're gonna be doing some talking about that as well. And so what better to start out with movie updates now? Star Wars, Jenny. Like, Star Wars fanatics are out there. And we were talking about Luke Skywalker and stuff like that today, and we had mentioned, so it is apparent he is not going to be in the next Star Wars film. And so we kind of looked it up to find out what the next one is. And supposedly it is with Rey and the New Jedi Order. But then we were looking at it and we were like, there's 5 Star Wars movies that are coming. And that are all in either production or pre-production. And like, well, which one is it? And we're looking, and it's like, I don't get what one is next.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny, have you ever seen anything like this?
I have not. I've never seen nothing like that at all. I was like, huh? I'm all confused. I'm like, huh.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's, okay, so let's run down these things. So we're thinking, the upcoming one is the next one. And it is an untitled Charmin Obaid-Chinoy movie. And this is the one that we think is the one. The screenwriter is now Stephen Wright, and Obaid-Chinoy is the director. Now, it is said to be the New Jedi Order 10 years after Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
So that is the one that we believe is the upcoming one. But then there was And we were looking and looking, and it's like, okay, so that is the one that we believe is the upcoming. We don't know who is going to be in it, but there was speculation that they were assisted by Force ghosts.
Yeah, Force ghosts.
Now, that would lead you to believe, previous Star Wars greats would be involved. That has to do, with the Force. So
Yes.
that really leaves 3 characters.
Yes.
It leaves Luke Skywalker, who said that he's probably not going to be in it. So then they would turn to, well, that would leave either Obi-Wan or Yoda.
Yes.
I mean, you would tend to think that, right?
Right.
Who would you like to be in that movie?
Oh, Yoda, definitely.
Of course. It's all about Yoda, right?
All about Yoda.
That's the one that you have to put.
Of course. The Force is strong with you.
It's just an obvious choice because Yoda is the Star Wars guru. And when you think about who you want in it, it would have to be Yoda. Of course, I like Han Solo, but that goes without saying. He bit the dust, and I haven't watched Star Wars since that. Since that moment, I literally tuned out. But that didn't stop me from watching The Mandalorian. I thought the TV shows have done a really good job.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah. I haven't seen the Boba Fett one, which is not doing very well.
Yeah.
But Mandalorian, I'm all in, right? So you would think if they're going to put somebody in this movie, it has to be Yoda. Has to be. That's how you make it successful. Put Yoda in anything, it's successful.
Yes.
Like if you put Yoda in Lord of the Rings, even though that was successful, I mean, how great would Yoda be in Lord of the Rings?
That's true. Yeah.
None of this you shall pass.
Right.
He's just going to kick your butt.
Exactly. The precious is mine. Give me the ring. Give me the ring.
Yeah, pass you shall not. Yoda makes every movie better.
Yes.
Every movie,
yes.
So it has to be Yoda. So we went on and we started looking at some of these upcoming films. So there's the new Dave Filoni movie that focuses on the New Republic, which we were trying to think about where that would be, and I'm guessing it has to do with The Mandalorian. Because he's big, he does The Mandalorian, so why would it not be about that?
Yeah.
And then there's the James Mangold on the dawning of the Force. And this is the one that really interests me because it's 25,000 years before, the original trilogy.
Yeah.
So, and that's what they're saying when it takes place. So I don't know if that kind of includes some of the Phantom Menace and that trilogy, or if it even predates that. So if you're a Star Wars geek, 25,000 years before the original trilogy, is that before the Phantom Menace, or is it after that? That's what I really I don't get, because I'm not like a Star Wars guru by no means. If Yoda was here, he'd be able to tell us, but he's not here, so he can't tell us.
Yeah.
But that's what I need to know. So if you know Star Wars, please, by all means, post it up there in the comments. And if you're watching now live, and I know there's somebody out there watching not live right now, please post that up if you know the answer to that. And this is why watching the show live is always great, because you get to interact and you get to be part of the show, and you might teach us a thing or two.
Yes. Yes.
So Kenny, of those 3, which one is the most interesting?
That's a good question.
Is it something that's more following the story.
Yes, more following the story.
So you want to know what happens after everything.
Yes, I want to know how it happens.
Because it's like you feel like you have the background of what happened previous.
Yeah, but sometimes.
So you want to know what's going on forward from here.
Yeah, but sometimes it gets number 6.
Yeah.
And number 4 is number 5, and number 3 is number.
Yeah, it gets
2.
confusing. It does get confusing.
Yeah.
So they've had 9 episodes.
Yep.
So this would make episode 10 on that, the new Jedi Order. So the one that's supposedly upcoming first.
Yeah.
But with the writers' strike and you got all these pre-production things and post-production, we don't even have any actors attached to anything. So I'm guessing there's no filming been done yet on any of them.
No.
So who knows what's going to be first? But I just think and of those 3, that wasn't even it. There was 2 other projects that were going for new movies as well. So 5 movies coming for Star Wars? 5? I find that hard to believe that all 5 are going to make it. I think at some point, a couple of those are going to fall by the wayside. But I'm guessing these 3 that we mentioned are going to be the ones that move forward because they have substance behind it.
Yeah.
So, like Star Wars fans, I mean, this might be a good time for you. Might be a good time because you're going to see some Star Wars movies coming. I mean, of the 5 projects, at least 2 of them are coming. I mean, we know that. Like, I know that Mandalorian thing is going to happen because that's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So I think that is going to happen. So Star Wars fans, rejoice. Unless you're a Han Solo fan, then I know you're bitter because I feel it. So that is, the movie updates with Star Wars. It's fantastic. You have a lot to look forward to be honest with you. So that's got to be exciting for you. Now, other movies. Now, I saw the trailer. I don't know if you saw the trailer to Fast and the Furious, whatever number they're on. I don't even know what number they're on. 10, 9, 11, 15. I don't know. I gave up after Tokyo Drift. Which I like the movie. Don't get me wrong. But, okay, enough. But I saw the trailer, Kenny. And do you know they were driving down a dam? I'm guessing it was the Hoover Dam. Do you know that's physically impossible?
Well, CGI is a great thing.
Like, how? Like, again, I have mentioned Fast and the Furious before, Kenny. And I have done some street racing.
Okay.
I myself have never driven down a dam.
Okay.
I myself have never broken up terrorist cells. I have not worked for the government. No, I've done none of that. But yet, these street races have. I mean, I don't know if there's a form of government that is really looking for street racers to solve crimes. Take down drug lords. I don't know street racers that do this.
Interesting.
I didn't know that, this is a common thing. But they've made, 10 of these movies and some spin-offs. And I'm like, this is just absurd at this point. It's absurd. Now, I don't doubt they're entertaining. Because they wouldn't keep making $800 billion of these movies. Or 800 million, I think was the actual number. But Ludacris put it pretty simple. Let me read that, what he said. 800 mother effing $1 million. That was, why would they stop making them? And he's absolutely right. Why would they stop making it when they're making that much money? I mean, it just makes sense, right? It makes sense. You keep making the movies if you're going to make this much money.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Why do you think Indiana Jones is still doing it? Because they're making money.
Maybe Star Wars still doing it.
Right? We had this conversation earlier about Harrison Ford
Yes.
being in Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Like, is there anything better than that? Like, what's better? Two incredible franchises that they're still making money off of, by the way. And here he is, 70 plus years old, and he's still Indiana Jones, which is coming out June 20th, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to be there.
Me too.
Because I love Indiana Jones, and I can't accept anybody else doing that role right now. I don't care if he's in a walker. I'm going to go see Indiana Jones.
He's in a wheelchair.
That's how it is, yes.
He's going to be in a wheelchair. Yep.
You know? Hey, maybe they'll make another one when he is in a wheelchair and Short Round is pushing him around for the whole movie. You know? I want to see this. The heck with the little mine cart on the tracks. Put the wheelchair on there. You know, I want to see this. Short Round, come back. You know, so they're making money. And they're going to keep making money off of these movies if people are going to keep seeing them.
Yeah.
This is why you see John Wick 4 and you're going to see a 5 because you're going to want it.
Yeah.
And it's just going to happen. If it makes money, they're going to make another one. This is why they're coming back with Beetlejuice. This is why they're coming back with all of these movies, because they make money. Ghostbusters, you know, they did Afterlife, great movie. I loved it. They're making another one. Why? Because it made money. If it didn't make money, they wouldn't be making another one. Period. It just wouldn't happen. So that is why they keep going with Fast and the Furious. And I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. But I get that it makes money. And I get that's why these actors will say, yes, sign me up because I'm going to make a boatload of money off of this thing. And it's going to be entertaining. I mean, it's far-fetched, but people don't care. They want the action. They want the energy that movie will bring to you. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Why do you think they made Rocky 50? Because people wanted to see it. And they did.
Yep.
And that's why they do it. You know, hey, Rambo, same thing. They wanted another one, you know. So they did, and they made, you know, Last Blood. If they made a lot of money off that movie, there could be another one, as long as Sylvester Stallone would want to do it. Yeah. And if not, it'll be his son. They'll get somebody. You know, the character itself doesn't have a son. Yeah. But they would create it. It would happen. It would happen. A cousin, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, it would happen. So these movies won't end as long as they're making money, and you, the fans, are deciding that. That's why Creed 2, Creed 3, it's going to keep going. Yeah. They'll bleed every nickel that they can from these franchises because it makes money. And you know what? I'm not disappointed. Yeah. Because that's what I want to see.
Yeah. True.
You know, we keep talking about this stuff. Okay, so Lord of the Rings, you know, they made the trilogy. So of course they made The Hobbit because Lord of the Rings made so much money. Now, The Hobbit was good, but it wasn't Lord of the Rings. But, you know, it made money, so what did they do? They put the TV show there, you know, the Rings of Power. Fantastic series, and it all ties into those Lord of the Rings characters. And why do they do it? Because it makes money. You know? Because if it didn't make money, if it didn't get people to watch it, they would just say, you know what, we're not going to make a season 2. But they're making a season 2, and how much that broke all the records for cost for TV shows. Broke all the records. It costs over a couple of $1 million per episode. I think it's like $2.8 million per episode it costs. Wow. Why are they making them, right? Because it makes money. It makes money. And they will always do that when it makes money. For as long as you will ever see movies and TV. If it makes money, it's going to do it. This is why all these actors now are doing TV shows.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just how it is. And you know, Kevin Costner with the Yellowstone thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The dude makes like $10 million an episode. That show is going to be seen by a lot of people to get that, right?
Yeah.
And they're getting it. They're getting it. So he makes a boatload of money. Does like 6 episodes, and he gets a landfall of money. So that is why they do it, and we love it. We're fans. We love it. We eat it up.
Yep.
So you know, out of all of like these big blockbuster series, Kenny, what is the one series of films that get you, that you can't miss, and that you watch like every year if you can?
Oh, Die Hard.
What is it?
Die Hard.
Ah, see?
Die Hard.
Yeah. I mean, this is what everybody's got that, right? Everybody's got that series that you can't help but watch.
Yeah, exactly. You can't help but watch it. It's just,
you know, and this is what I'm saying. It's like,
yeah.
you know, they'll make more.
Mm-hmm.
They'll keep making more as long as fans will go to see them.
Oh yeah. And
that never changes. Throughout history, it just never changes. So, you know, so that is the movies, you know, and oh man, I mean, it gets you going. And there's going to be a lot of those, like the Flash is out, so all these DC movies are going to be hitting, you know, and Marvel, like we know the history of Marvel, like they just have mega hit after mega hit. Hopefully they can. I think the movies aren't as good as they were when Stan was alive.
Yes.
I think that's a big loss for Marvel. Because I think this new MCU is a little shaky. It's like a little sporadic.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Quantumanium or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Great movie. But with the Marvel movies, they all tied in.
Yeah.
This one didn't tie into anything. So it's not like they was setting up for something, you know, in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
It was its own thing, like there was nothing else out there. And that was the only thing that I was disappointed, because the movie was fantastic. I love the movie.
Yeah, me too.
But it didn't tie in to the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
And I think that's what was so disappointing about. You know, I wanted it to tie into something, and it just didn't. So hopefully they can figure this out.
Yeah.
You know, because I want Captain America, I want Iron Man, I want the Hulk.
Well, Iron Man died, so.
Yeah, I know, but I still want those characters, guys there. Like they were fantastic, they were perfect.
Yeah.
That is the one thing I felt with Marvel that they got better than anything else.
Yep. Yeah.
The cast.
Yes, cast. Yeah.
The cast was perfect.
Yeah.
And when you get that perfect cast, that ensemble of characters, that you look at it like that is Captain America.
Yeah.
You know, that is the Hulk. That is Thor.
Yep.
You know, that is the Black Widow.
That
was perfect. And it's really difficult, because how many times do we compare who's the best Batman?
Keaton.
Everything, right, is everybody's who is the best character, who's the best actor, right?
Yeah, yep.
And we compare that all the time. It's no different than who's the best Spider-Man.
Yep.
So when you think about it, who's the best Spider-Man? Well, they got the best Spider-Man. That's exactly who it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's fantastic. Tom Holland. That's my pick.
What?
Yeah. I think he has all the qualities that you need. You know, when you think, okay, so he's supposed to be kind of nerdy, geeky kind of guy, right?
Mm.
Okay. Like, there might be like maybe Garfield might have been more geeky than Tom Holland, right? Maybe, or even what's his face?
Toby.
Toby.
Guy.
You know, but Toby had a little bit of too much of a whine for a superhero for me, like a crying kind of thing.
wait,
Now, I'm not saying Toby was not a good Spider-Man. He was a very good Spider-Man. But from a superhero, I don't want crying too much. Too much crying is a little too much for me. You know, and he did that a lot. It reminded me from the dude on Little House on the Prairie. He cried every episode. Right? I don't want to see that. He's Spider-Man.
Oh.
You know, so I think there was a little too much crying. Like, yeah, a whine here or there is okay, but I don't want a crybaby. I don't want a crybaby for a superhero. I'm sorry, you know? And that's why I felt, you know, Tom Holland, because he kind of resembles Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
So there's that look.
Okay, yeah.
You know? So I thought that was really close, and I think, you know, that's why the order for me is Tom Holland, you know, Tobey, and then Garfield. I'm not saying Garfield wasn't a good Spider-Man, but he wasn't the other two.
Yeah, Garfield was
he wasn't the other two. But
too much to play with me.
You know, so I think Tom Holland presents himself a little better as a superhero.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it is. Because like when we talk about it, what's the dude in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight for Batman? I can't even think of his name.
Christian Bale?
No. What the heck's his name for Batman? Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows who Ben is.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Ben makes a great Bruce Wayne. Probably the best Bruce Wayne, right? Because he has that look. He you know, the way he dresses, the way he walks. That is Bruce Wayne. But he's not the best Batman.
No.
You know, and that's the difference. So it's like you have one's better at this, one's better at that, and you want that nice blend. Yeah. So you want the blend, right?
Yeah.
Well, who's going to be the next Batman? Is it still going to be Robert Pattinson in this James Gunn era? You know, or would you say you want maybe a Keanu Reeves? Just saying. You know, because that name has been thrown out there.
Wow.
But they're going to go younger. Keanu Reeves isn't exactly a spring chicken.
Yeah.
You know? So if they go in younger, and I sort of look at, you know, at a potential Superman, and I'm like, I mean, he's what? Is he even 18? He looks like he's 14, you know, but it's like, I don't know about younger for Superman.
Yeah.
And all of these, see, and this is the thing that Marvel did so well. They cast so well. Like, come on, did you not believe Iron Man? Like, that's him. That is the Iron Man character. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, me too.
You know, like he pulled it off. Like that's the epitome of what that character looks like. And I just think they just did such a phenomenal job at that. And I don't think, you know, DC does that good of a job. But now you get the guy that used to be with Marvel over there in DC. So you just got to say, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And, you know, if he fixes it and does a good job, I think that's a positive. But it's all going to start with this Superman thing first. That's the first domino, and we're gonna find out, you know, rather quickly. I'm guessing it'll probably start production at some point, maybe later this year.
Yeah. And
I think we'll find out in a year or two. So. And I hope it's good news. So, what's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero?
Yeah.
It's Iron Man.
Iron Man? Robert Downey Jr. solidifies that, right?
He did it just great, yeah. He did it just great.
He was awesome. And he's a great actor, too. Great actor. You know, he's a guy that, you know, had real difficulties.
yeah, right.
To put it mildly.
He had issues. He has some issues, Ron. He has some
Let me
issues.
tell you, boy, did he clean up his act, huh?
Yes.
He cleaned up his act,
Yes.
and he's fantastic. So, all right. So, that is it for movies. I could go on and on. That is it for movies. And again, if you are just watching us, we are at right outside Seed Cafe. If you see right over here, Seed Cafe on 250 Main Street in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. I got the pink tea. What'd you get, Kenny?
I had the purple watermelon.
Purple watermelon. Oh man. So look, I've had probably the best hot chocolate I've ever had here. So if you're a hot chocolate fan, you want to come down to this.
This place is great.
You can get great coffee, great tea, some energy drinks, stuff like that. It is fantastic, and the vibe is awesome. And they got a nice little table in there. It's chill, relaxed. Like you can hear like the background music. And it's fantastic. So you definitely want to do that. But you know,
there it is. Yes.
Sponsoring the show, Kenny.
Nice.
Like this is exciting.
It's exciting. Yeah.
So you know, with the Seed Cafe opening its doors this July in downtown Pawtucket, officially in July, Seed Cafe blends two passions into one experience: local coffee from Borealis and indoor plants. Now I got a plant right up here on this table. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like this is look at this.
That's nice.
They sell plants, and I'll tell you, it's an experience that actually comes alive when you're actually here. And we're right outside, and inside is just immaculate. It is beautiful. It is relaxing, you know. And I'll tell you, the couple that owns the place has been nothing short of, you know, fantastic to the customers that are coming in and us as well, and we appreciate them. And I'll be here just about, you know, every time I'm in the downtown Pawtucket area. So come out, join us, you know, share a cup of coffee. Well, not share a cup of coffee, not the same coffee. We can share 2 cups of coffee.
Yes.
You with one, and us as another. We're not gonna like. It's not gonna be one of those, you know, Lady in the Tramp kind of things. You're sucking on the same straw. None of that. You know, so do that. Check it out, Seed Cafe in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, on 250 Main Street. In the lower level, you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. And plus, I'll be around, so even more of a reason, right?
More reason.
But Chris is always here, you know, and Mandy, you know, nice couple, great couple to come down and chat with.
Great customer service.
Seed Cafe, you know. So TV. Okay, so we can talk a little briefly because I know are you like scheduled to do a show with Eric for the NBA this week?
Yes.
What day are you going to do?
Right after Game 7, either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay, I'm going to be watching that one because by then we're going to know that the Celtics are in.
Yep.
Sorry, Miami fans, but you had 3 chances. Let me tell you, you had 3 chances to do it, and you couldn't do it. Like they said, don't give them 1.
Yes. Don't give them 2. Don't give them 3.
You know, I almost feel for Miami. I do feel for them because, you know, not very long ago, I was in the situation with the Boston Bruins with 3-1 lead, and that evaporated. And I was like stunned. I was like, there's no way they're going to lose this series. And, well, there was a way, and Florida had the will. And now, in history, if the Celtics pull this off tonight, it's going to be the first time in history
Yep.
a team comes back down 3-0.
Yes.
Like 150 times it's happened before, and nobody's done it.
Nobody.
But the thing that's different, Kenny, you know what the difference is this year, right?
No, there's a difference.
This is the first time they get home court on Game 7.
Yeah.
So there were 3 other times that they got it to Game 7, but they were all the visiting team. This time, it's the home team, and I think that is the difference. And I think, look, I've always felt that their team is better than Miami's. Like, it is. Sorry, Miami, but it's true. It's true. When you look at the team, Jimmy Buckets is really, and we talked about this before, he's Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But you need another guy to be with him as the number one. And Jimmy Butler's the kind of guy that can go to a team and he can win multiple championships with any. Because if he has a star, he's a guy that just never gives up.
Yeah, never gives up.
And I love the way he plays. So Jimmy, come to Boston next year.
Yeah.
I don't care how you do it. Come to Boston. We'd be more than happy to take you.
Yeah.
More than happy. Because he's got a little bit of that Kevin Garnett in him.
Ah, okay.
A little bit.
A little bit, just a little bit. He's not that crazy, but he get.
Well, right.
Right.
But
KG
that's
was
what
crazy.
you need. You got a piece that you need to win a championship. You just need that main piece that he complements so well.
Yeah, you need that crazy guy that does everything.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, right.
Marcus Smart.
Exactly. So if he had that complementary piece, he'd be winning championships all over the place.
Yeah.
He's just got to get that guy. Like, I'd be afraid if he was ever to go to, like, L.A. Woo! Could you imagine him in L.A. right now? We would be talking about the L.A. Lakers going to the championship.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what we'd be talking about.
Yep.
So Game 7, Kenny, who do you think is going to be the guy that does it?
Has to be Tatum.
It's got to be,
It's got to be Tatum.
Because if he doesn't show up, it's over.
It's over. It's over for us.
Right.
Unless JB has a spectacular game, which I don't think he's going to. But Jason Tatum has to say, you know what? This is my town.
Yeah.
This is my legacy. This is my team.
Yeah.
And we're going to get back to business.
And think about how close it was. And he only had 1 basket in that second half. Yeah. And he's, look, if he is ever going to be motivated, it's going to be in this game because with 1 basket in the second half, he almost blew it. And he knows that.
Yeah.
He has to step up. If he doesn't step up and give 4 quarters of effort, they're not going to beat Miami.
Yeah, they're not going to beat Miami.
So look for him. I'm going to say he's going to drop 50.
Ooh.
He's going to have one of those type of games where he said, you know what? It's me. It is my time. My time is now. I'm going to show, what I'm made of. And that's what he's going to have to do in order for the Celtics to move on.
Yeah. But then it's going to have to be, then him. When he's not on the floor, it's going to have to be a team effort.
Yeah.
Even though we're 5-0 in elimination games,
right?
It still has to be a team effort.
Yes.
Al Horford has to shoot his threes. Marcus Smart has to get the great pass. JB has to go to the lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Brogdon has to come off the bench, shoot them threes. And Derek White, let me tell you something. Everybody said, oh, Derek White was a bad trade. It was disaster. And look at us now.
I think he's had a great year, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think he has I just think overall he's performed better.
Yeah.
And I think that might be because he's relaxed more this year.
Yeah.
Because when you get traded, to a team, you're expected to be like the savior.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily true. It's just that there's a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you never see that result that you're looking for, on those trades until later on. Another season goes by. Yeah. And I think we're seeing the rewards of what he brings to the table. And just that 0.1 second tip in is an example of that. And So I think it's just now the other guys have to play like they're supposed to play. And then you have him. What's the status on Brogdon? Is he going to be out?
Might be. He might be. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping.
Because you would want a full squad, to feel better.
Yeah, we have to have
because there's always going to be that doubt that we go into the game. Yeah, they're winning, but we don't have Brogdon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So check out the game. If you have a comment about the game, please, by all means, throw it down there in the comments. We still have some music news. We still have the new music that comes out. We still have Ron's top 5, but it's not Ron's top 5. It is Ron and Kenny's top 5. So we each have our top 5, and I'm not going to give it away yet because I want you to stick around to watch that, because the top 5s are always awesome because it's so objective to opinions, and I can't wait to see the difference with what we've got. If there is a difference, I'm sure there's going to be somewhere. So you want to check that out. And of course, we have the playlist. We're going to go through a few songs that we listen to and let you know if you should add it to your playlist. So whether you use Apple, or Spotify or whatever you use, we'll let you know if you should listen to it and put it on your playlist. So there. So again, we are at the right outside the Seed Cafe in I was going to say Providence, Pawtucket, Rhode Island, 250 Main Street in Pawtucket. You come down, grab some coffee, some tea, some hot chocolate, and some energy drinks, and eventually they're going to have some food as well. That is going to be coming. Their official opening, the grand opening, is going to be in July, but they are here. They are open right now. So please come down and check that out. Music news. Okay, so we have Queen Music Catalog, which is owned by Disney. They're going to be selling the catalog, and I guess it's going to happen real soon. This is going to come down real soon, and they're saying that the Queen catalog is going to sell for over $1 billion. $1 billion. That is just unbelievable. So all those movies. Remember Wayne's World when they said. Could you imagine? Then they got a bargain because it wasn't worth that much money back then.
No.
This is going to be worth $1 billion. You know how much it would cost them to put that in a movie now? Wow. Holy mackerel, right? Ooh. So, just as a perspective, in 2021, Bruce Springsteen sold his catalog, which I don't know if I could ever do. I don't know if I could sell my catalog like that. Yeah. But I guess if you get enough money, $1 billion would do it. $1 billion would do it, right? So Bruce Springsteen sold his in December 2021, for $500 million. $500 million. That's Bruce Springsteen. That's it. So Thunder Road and all that stuff, Born in the USA, Hungry Heart.
I thought he was the boss.
$500 million, and he's the boss, right?
Right? I thought he was the boss.
Well, guess what? Freddie is the boss.
You're right. Exactly.
Freddie's the boss.
Exactly. Freddie's the boss.
Freddie is the boss. Disney is going to make a boatload on this, and that is just incredible. And let me tell you, I listen to Queen all the time. That's one of the best bands. Yeah. Freddie's got amazing vocals. He's incredible, and he's such a showman. That's an incredible music catalog. That's $1 billion.
That's a lot of money. I remember 1992. It was the Summer Olympics, and they had a soundtrack for the Summer Olympics.
Yes.
And
Yes.
So I went out and I brought it, and I was listening to it. It was Will Smith on there, you know, so Key Sweat, and then there was this opera song on there, and I was listening to it. I was like, man, who is that voice? I don't know nothing about opera. I was a teenager, but I was like, this guy is amazing. It was Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Great song.
And he's got to have the best vocals ever.
Yeah, ever.
Ever.
Yes.
Look, I'm not saying Queen is my favorite band.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say, okay, I'm starting a band, who do I want as my lead singer?
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have, probably Eddie Van Halen as my guitarist.
Okay.
Arguably him or Jimi Hendrix.
Mm.
My bass player, Paul McCartney.
Paul
McCartney.
over Slash? No.
Yeah.
No.
Because there's something that you get with Paul McCartney that you don't get with Slash. And that is a history of great songs.
Yeah, true. That's true. That's true. Because
Slash might be a better bass player.
That's all he has.
Right.
You're right, Ron.
He might be a better bass player. Right. But there is no better song mind.
Right. You are correct, Ron. Because Slash only got. That's all he got.
Paul McCartney is like one of the greatest writers ever.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
So I had to take Paul.
Yes.
Drummer, that was a little open. I was thinking, maybe Phil Collins.
Okay.
Because you get more than just a drummer. Mm-hmm. And that classic drums in the Air Tonight, that's enough to give you chills.
Killed it.
And then I thought, okay, piano player, right? That's where it really gets tough because now you're going to decide what, between Billy Joel and Elton John? That's tough.
Oh, that's tough.
That's tough.
Oh.
That's tough. And it's like, what do you do there? That's tough.
Maybe one of them plays the organ. maybe one of them plays the organ.
And actually, drummer, I'm not so sure it would be Phil Collins. Sheila E.
That's what I picked. I picked Sheila E.
Sheila E. I think she's probably one of the best drummers ever.
Yeah. Yes.
Phil might have, the song catalog.
Yes.
But Sheila E.
She's bad.
Like, I don't know if you listen to a lot of Prince.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Prince is my boy.
Yep.
And he might actually have an argument for guitarists, to be honest with you. Because like, he's one of my favorites. And I remember listening to a lot of Prince, and it's like, Sheila E., he's just there doing all her things and did a lot of concerts with him.
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
Yeah. She's fantastic.
And she's still doing it.
Yeah.
Still doing it.
I read an interview one day, and they were interviewing Eric Clapton.
Oh.
And they were saying, how does it feel to be the best guitarist in the whole wide world? You know what he said? He said, I don't know, ask Prince. Now,
right? This is what I'm saying. That's why it's so difficult.
Now, if Eric Clapton says you're the best.
Yeah. Right. And that's the thing. Like, you're talking about, okay, so you have Eddie, you have Jimmy, you have Prince, you have Eric Clapton.
Yep.
Like, I mean, the list goes on. There's a lot of great guitarists out there.
Yes.
Like, what about B.B. King?
Yes.
Whew. I mean, just because the music's different doesn't mean that it's not great. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There's so much talent, and this is why, I do a lot of the music segments all the time, and I finish with the music because of what it means to me. Like, music is a big part of my life. And I'll tell you, I'll be the first one. When I grew up as a teen, it was what was now listed as classic rock.
Yeah.
So it's 70s, for the most part. That's what I listened to.
Yeah.
So I listened to Queen, Styx, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. I listened to all that stuff.
Yes.
Now, I listen to so much stuff. I get, 80s. That's when really Prince really burst onto the scene, and of course Michael. And so then your music starts to expand and expand and expand. And now, if you look at my Spotify, I'm like, I got Ludacris. Like, I love Ludacris. You know, that's what made me think of the Fast and the Furious because of that quote.
Mhm.
You know, because I pay attention to Ludacris, and it's like, you know, you start and then like country, like I didn't like country music
Mhm.
until I started, you know, dating some girl and she was a huge country fan, and I remember having to take her to the Garth Brooks concert, best concert I ever been to.
Mm.
Best concert I ever been to, and I've been to a bunch of them. I've seen Van Halen.
Wow.
How was Garth Brooks better than Van Halen, right? It was such a great concert because he just draws you in,
Yeah.
and so I started liking country.
Wow.
You know, and so it's just everything. Then I worked with like inner city kids, so you start listening to the hip hop, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And I was like
Yep.
hip hop
Yep.
too,
Yep.
and it just expands from there. It expands from there. So, like the best thing, what I suggest, is to just listen to something different at least once.
Yeah.
And if it gets your foot tapping,
Tapping. Yep.
something, then there's something there.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
something there, you know, and just as simple as like ballads too. Like, you know, if you listen to a ballad and it's about if they're singing about their father passing away or something, if that doesn't give you a tear in the eye, if you haven't lost a parent, then what
Yeah.
does?
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
experience all of that. Experience all of that, and so rounding out music news. Is really the passing of Tina Turner.
Yeah.
You know, and I know, I believe it happened last Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yes. Yes.
It was
yes.
just after we aired the last show,
Yeah.
and I felt terribly because like I would have wanted to talk about that, you know, and it's like it's just when you think about what she has done for music, it is just absolutely incredible. And the influence, if it wasn't for her, do you think there'd be a Beyonce?
No.
No. No, she's like the queen in my book. I don't like Diana Ross was a diva before that, but I think it's Tina.
Me
I think
too.
it's Tina.
Tina was.
Like, I think her shows are better than Diana Ross's ever. I think her music is better than whatever Diana Ross put out there.
Yeah.
And just the energy you get
Yes.
from Tina
Yes.
Turner.
Yes. That attitude. That
And
attitude.
what she has overcome.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, come on.
Yes.
Like, Ike was I can't say what he was,
Ron.
you know,
You don't want
and
another.
she overcame that. And then she was bigger than ever. And she is a monster in music. Like one of the best. Like if you put your female Mount Rushmore, she's on there.
She's on. Yeah.
She's on there.
She's on.
She'd be with Madonna, Whitney,
Yes.
and I don't know who else. I don't know who else, but that would be 3 of my 4.
Yes.
Because, you know, even if I didn't listen to any of her music, but when you see those accomplishments, that says it all. So even if you never heard her music and you saw those accomplishments, she deserves to be on that mountain.
Yes.
And that's what makes her so special because she has paved the way for all of these women that you see now. And she was still doing it. And we lost her. Another great.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's really sad to see that. But the way we honor her, Kenny, is what we're doing today.
Yep.
Is what we're doing today. And that is with the Ron and Kenny's top 5 Tina Turner songs. And like, look, I'm not gonna say that, you know, it wasn't easy. But I've already known, you know, what my favorite songs from her were.
Mine too.
And there's a couple that are left off this list for me.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like, I would say, if it was another day, if I was doing this tomorrow, it might be different.
Yeah.
It might be different. But we're doing it. And we have our top 5. Kenny, what do you have at number 5?
I have it number 5, Hero.
Hero.
Need another hero.
Yes. That is from the movie, the Mel Gibson, oh my God, Beyond Thunderdome.
Yes.
Yes. My number 5 is actually What's Love Got to Do with It?
What?
And that is her biggest song ever. And wasn't that like the top song of the year?
Yes.
And it won the Grammy too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And deservedly so. I mean, it was like number 1 for like ever, it seemed. Like half the year, it was like in the top 5.
Yeah.
Half the year. Half the year. You're looking at 26 weeks plus. It was in like the top 5. It was a monster hit. And everybody was playing it. Everybody was playing it. And that just tells you how good she is, because today I put it at number 5. And I know when I heard the news, that was the first song I thought of. So that day it probably would have been number 1 for me.
Yeah.
Wow. But it's how I feel that day. And for me today, that went at number 5, but it is her best song.
Yeah.
Number 4.
And she was in the movie.
Yes, she was fantastic in that
she's
movie as well. Like anything she does is fantastic.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Anything. What do you have at number 4?
You better be good to me.
I love that song.
You better be good.
I love that song.
With attitude. Well, that song too.
It is just it's up tempo. It's it's like she's demanding.
Yes.
Demanding. And I'll tell you, that song probably has a lot more meaning to her than what we really think. Because now this is what you have to do for me. You have to be good. And that's why that song is so powerful for what she was through. My number 4 is Proud Mary, the CCR classic. She took it and she's like, you know what? You know what I can do with this song? This is what I can do with it. And it's like, whoa.
The live version when she was in London?
Yes.
Oh, my.
That's what I was like. Oh, my God. That was amazing.
Killed it.
Yes. And it sounds totally different than the original. You would not even expect it to be somebody else's song because she took that song, she made it her own, and then some. Then some. So I have Proud Mary, number 4. What do you have for number 3, Kenny?
Well, for number 3, I got Private Dancer.
Private Dancer.
I got
it's a
Dancer.
Really good one.
Private Dancer.
Yeah, no, that's good because when you think like that's power. Like when you can sing about that, especially that day, at that time.
Yeah.
Let's put it bluntly. Like the country was not really liking the subject matter. But who else was going to do that?
Yeah, nobody.
There's only 2 people that could pull off a song like that, and that was her and Madonna.
Yes. Yeah.
And everybody would have been like crucifying Madonna for it. But no, Dan are going to say a peep. It is Tina Turner. She gets what she wants. She demands her. We all think that Bruce Springsteen's the boss. No. That's how Tina.
She's the original diva.
What's going on.
She's the original diva.
That's right. So, that's where I had We Don't Need Another Hero. That's where I had that one. I love the movie. I love her performance. But that song, there's just this feeling in there. And it's like, to me, it's like you don't need a hero. You need yourself to be your hero type of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I take out of the song. So there's a lot of meaning. And look, musicians put their heart into their music. So when somebody comes out with a song, there's a meaning for it. And made for the Thunderdome, and Mel Gibson's Mad Max. Yeah. That's the hero. Well, no, that's not what this song has anything to do with. Yeah, nothing to do with that. This is all Tina saying you got to be your own hero. That's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Tina did those kind of songs better than anybody. What do you have at number 2?
What's love got to do with it?
What's love got to do? Oh my God, do we have the same song at number 1? I have "You Better Be Good to Me" there because I just love that song. It's like, like I said before, the demanding. You better be good to me.
Yes, yes.
Better.
Yeah.
Better. All right, Kenny, what do you have number 1?
Do the best.
It is because it's right there in the title. It tells us that has to be the best.
Yes,
right?
yes,
It's in the title.
Yes.
Simply the best,
Yes.
and it's better than all the rest.
Yes, all the rest. Yeah.
I had that at number 1 also. This was awesome because we got to look back at her career, and it's like, oh my God, I forgot she did this song. Oh my God, this one too. And you start looking at the song catalog.
Yeah.
I think when you look at that, Bruce has some. I don't think Bruce has as many good songs, to be honest with you.
I don't think so.
I said it. I like her music better than Bruce Springsteen's.
Yeah. And early,
I know I never see that. I thought I would never see that.
and you talk about the accolades. I mean, the stuff that she has done. In 1988, she went on tour in Rio de Janeiro.
Yep.
And she broke the Guinness World Records of selling tickets. She beat Frank Sinatra. She sold 180,000 tickets.
It's crazy.
1,000 tickets for one show.
Yeah, one show. Like there's bands that have a tough time selling 18,000.
Yeah.
I mean, try selling 180,000. Good luck with it. Good luck. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Yep.
But that is fantastic. I love that. And so far, out of all the shows I've done, that was my favorite top 5. Because we get to reflect. I get to reflect with you, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
And, when we look back at some of these careers, and, they mean a lot more than just, they're a celebrity and they have some great songs. It means more than that because this is life.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioning the concert and stuff. These are all things that we remember from, the past. And this is their legacy. This is her legacy that we're talking about. And frankly, without shows like this, remembering all this, so people are going to be able to look at this and see this for forever.
Yeah.
And I feel like now we're part of Tina Turner's life.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that.
Me too.
So, again, we are just outside the Seed Cafe here at the Still on Main building, 250 Main Street. Look, they have great tea. And again, you have the purple watermelon tea.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I have the pink tea, and I'll tell you, I wasn't I was a regular black tea kind of guy, and I remember coming here the first time, and he's like, "Oh, do you want maple syrup in it?" I'm like, "What? Maple syrup? Who puts maple syrup in tea?" Well, I do now. In my regular tea, I can't have it without it now. I'm spoiled. So
I'm gonna have to try that.
And I never had one of these kind of teas before,
Delicious.
and this is just delicious.
Delicious.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
But the coffee, Borealis coffee, you can get that. You can get a cappuccino. You can get a hot chocolate, which I love hot chocolate. I'm even gonna have that stuff here, when it's 90 degrees, because I love chocolate. And just a secret, it makes it with Ghirardelli. Oh my God, it is so good, so good. But yeah, come down and see Cafe, 250 Main Street, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Come down. All right, so we are closing in. We just have new music and the playlist, Kenny. It's like time has flown by.
Oh, I know.
And I could just go on and on. We're almost there. We're almost to the end. So new music. So I like giving people some new music that's out there, so you can listen to it. When you do this please, join the show. And when we do the playlist, which is generally last on the show, let us know new music that you've listened to, so that way we can listen to it as well. So I always like to hear new stuff. But these are the 3 albums that caught my eye for this week. Simply Red. Remember that?
Yeah.
Holding back the years?
Yes.
Well, they have a new album, Time. And I did listen to one of the songs. So we will have that coming up in the playlist section. Matchbox 20. Now, I'm guessing it's a different singer. I didn't know they were still together.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a new singer or not, but I listened to one of the songs. They got a new album, Where the Lights Go. So I listened to one of the songs there. And of course, Taylor Swift, who seems to always have a new album out. Midnights. So there's that. I did not listen to it. So I did not get a chance to listen to that today. But one of her songs could be coming up on the next show. Could be. But those are the 3 albums that really caught my eye. What's coming out. So I'm waiting for new music by a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's some hidden Prince stuff out there.
Oh yeah.
And I know he had that album.
Yeah.
But I want more. Need to have more. And somewhere they gotta find some more Freddie Mercury stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They,
I mean, there's still freaking Elvis stuff out there that they keep coming up with. So so if they can have that, the others have stuff. And Prince probably has thousands of stuff in his own studio.
Yeah.
Thousands. I could listen to that all day. All day. All right. So the playlist. Kenny, first of all, do you have any bad songs that you heard? So nothing didn't make your playlist. You got all good stuff. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, nothing was terrible for me. But there was one issue I had. But it wasn't a terrible song. It was a good song. And by all means, you should add it to your playlist. It was America Has a Problem, Beyonce featuring Kendrick Lamar, right?
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed that it took a minute 20 for even to hear Beyonce's voice.
I apologize. It's trash.
So you didn't like it at all?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. No.
So I thought it was a good song. Not great, but good. But a little disappointed because Beyonce doesn't really make an appearance until a minute 20.
Yeah.
So I was a little disappointed in that because, frankly, I'd rather listen to Beyonce than Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
So, I mean, it was okay. I liked her part a lot. But, so it was okay. So I would suggest listening to it. So Kenny does not like it. He thinks it's trash.
It's trash.
I don't know. I would probably expect Kenny to be a little more accurate on this one, just going by what I know he listens to. So I would probably tend to believe you if I was a fan out there.
It's trash.
I mean, hey, give me like some rock music, I can tell you exactly what I think, right? But that might be a little bit out of my, knowledgeable realm of music. I do listen to a lot of like hip hop and stuff like that, but I don't really listen to a lot of Kendrick. I don't really listen to him.
His first album was great because it told a story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the second and third album,
just kind of leaves a little less on the table.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of musicians like that. There's a lot of them. Like they have that one great album, and then it just gets worse from there. There's a lot of acts that are just like that. But it takes a lot to get a good album.
Yeah.
Runaway, One Republic. Again, it was good.
It was all right.
It was just all right. Like Kenny says, it's just all right. I mean, I'm not. I listened to a couple of songs from them. I could put this on my playlist.
Mhm.
I may not, but I might. I don't know. Maybe if I heard it again, I mean, it would could be one of those songs. I mean, there's songs that you hear it once and you don't like it,
Yeah.
and time and time again,
Yes.
it starts
Grow-
getting drilled into your
it
head.
grows on you.
And then it grows on you. You know, so it could be one of those situations. I don't know, but if you never listen to it, then you don't have to worry about it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So if you want to add it, I would say add it. I mean, I would think if you like One Republic, you're gonna like the song because it sounds like One Republic.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, like I did last time with Dave Matthews, like the first
Yes.
8 songs on the David Matthews album,
Yeah.
it was okay.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
It was the track number 9 that I really liked. That was
Yes.
a great song.
Yes. And immediately after I seen the show, I was like, okay, all right. I went to track 9, and I liked it too.
Yeah,
liked it too.
it's got
I
that
liked it
Dave
too.
Matthews signature sound, and,
Yes.
and
Yes.
like just takes you like, you know, and says, "Hey, this is good stuff."
Yeah.
But they didn't do a good job at the first part of that album, and that's a shame because you know if you're listening to like song 1, song 2, yeah, it's okay, yeah, whatever. I'll go listen to Crash, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Then you never get to hear that track 9.
Exactly.
And this is the point I'm making. You've got to make an album. You've got to make a good album. Look, you think Paul McCartney and John Lennon sat there? It's like, oh yeah, let's put you know, Let It Be last on the album.
Yeah.
Nobody would, you know, it wouldn't be the Beatles. They gotta have every song.
Yep.
You know, every song is their hit.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what it comes down to.
Yep.
You know, look, this is your life.
Yep.
Like I said, the legacy that you leave.
Yes.
You want a legacy that
Yep.
people remember.
Mhm.
You knew.
Yep.
You know, you can't put out 8 crappy songs and then one good one on the album,
Exactly.
because then that's it. You're done. You're toast.
Mhm.
Right.
Off the top of the dome, Ron, 5 best albums of all time.
Oh God, 5 best albums of all time. Jesus.
Mhm.
Okay, so you know, I like Huey Lewis in the News.
Woo!
And I like just about every song.
Yes.
So
Okay.
so I'm going to exclude them, but
Okay.
I think Sports deserves to be on there.
Yes. Yes.
Now, The Wall has to be on there.
Mm.
I mean, that was in the top 100 forever. It might still be today. I mean, like that's an album, you know, Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Mhm. Yeah.
Then you have to have Thriller on there.
Yes.
You know, I like Van Halen with David Lee Roth, right? But
That's my man.
I like the 5150 album. I love every song off that album.
Yes.
I thought Sammy brought something into the band that
Okay.
wasn't there before.
Okay.
So I love that. Every song off of it. That's where it gets tough.
Mm.
Because now I'm thinking, do I want to put Prince on there
Mm.
with 1999, or do I want to go, you know, When Doves Cry? You know, that album was fantastic.
Mm.
So that's a tough one for me. I mean, it's Prince. So,
Yeah.
you know, so I choose the smash hit, of course, When Doves Cry. That whole album to me is just phenomenal. Like, it was like monster hits.
Mm.
So I can't think of what the name of the album was. But that's the album that I would probably choose.
Was it Purple Rain?
Purple Rain, yes, thank you. I mean, that song in itself is one of the best songs ever made.
Yes.
I think top 5. And
Yes.
that's going to be, I'm going to be having that show coming up.
Mm.
Top 50 songs of all time.
Okay. All right.
Purple Rain is one of the greatest, and I'll
Yes.
never forget the
Yes.
performance at the Super
Yes.
Bowl.
Yes.
Best performance ever.
Yes.
I loved
Yes.
it, loved it, loved
Yes.
it. So those are probably what I would choose.
Okay. All right.
You know, and I'm sure there's probably some albums out there that I'm forgetting, but me, with those songs where I love every single song on those albums,
Mm.
you know, it's tough. That's a tough question, man. You know, and
I would go with that top 5, and number 6 would be Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Little Pill.
That album was fantastic.
You know, and she's, oh my God, she just strikes me as, oh my God, that if you put her in a character, she'd be Psycho.
Yes.
Like, I'm sure that's not her at all.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Probably the sweetest, kindest person ever, just on record. Sweetest, kindest person on record. We don't need any Jagged Little Pill chasing me down.
Yes.
So, but yes, she can rock. And she is probably one of my, top 3 female rockers.
Yeah.
You know, she's in
great.
there. And Pat Benatar would probably be my top.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Great album.
So, that is a great album. And she had, like 5 hits off of that album? Something like that?
Yeah.
It's craziness. It's crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
So there's certainly a lot of albums out there that I can listen to the whole album. And I've done that, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's some people out there, you know, like Frank Sinatra. If you like one song, you're probably going to like all of them.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, there is that. There is that kind of a thing. Like U2. You know, like their early stuff was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I still, my favorite song from U2 is 40. Wasn't even released. It's just a song off the album. You know, it's like, that is my favorite U2 song.
Wow.
40. And it's like, some of these bands just have that ability to have just great songs. I mean, come on, how do I not even mention the Beatles in the top 5?
Oh, yeah.
Like, every single one of those albums, they're just monsters.
True.
So, you know, but that's what it is. It's what you like. It's what you do. Yeah. You know, throw down some albums that you like out there, and do that for us. So, another song I got to listen to was Where the Lights Go by Matchbox 20.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds like their old stuff.
Yeah.
Just a different sound.
Just a little,
the voice.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's not, you know, whatever his name is. I can't think of his name right now.
I can't think of his name either.
But I think it's a different singer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty close. It's pretty close, and it was good. It sounds just like the music that they always had.
Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas, yes. Not the football player.
Not
the football player. But Rob Thomas, I mean, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
And so it sounded a little like him, but not quite.
Yeah.
Not quite. And the other one I listened to was Simply Red's Better With You.
I like that one.
Like that was impressive, actually. I was expecting like this kind of reggae kind of sound to it.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, like a red wine.
Yeah.
Like UB40 or holding back the years.
Yeah.
You know, I expected something like that.
Yeah.
And then this came out, I was like, whoa, this is nice. So I got to listen to more of that one. That might be the biggest surprise of all the songs that we heard. Well, maybe the biggest surprise might have been Beyonce's. That might have been the biggest surprise, but in the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, lead singer Hucknall is 71 years old, so, you know.
Really?
It's kind of a mellow now.
Is he that?
Yeah, 71. 71, still rocking. Kind of a mellow now, but he used to blow, man. He used to sing. He's
got that
soulful, strong voice.
Yeah, you know who his voice reminds me of, and it's really the other way around. Is what's the redhead kid there? Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. Mm-hmm.
I think Ed Sheeran got it from him.
Yeah.
Because he's got that kind of a voice to it.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's the original Ed Sheeran right there.
Yes, true.
You know, this is where these people now get it from.
Yep. Yeah.
You look back.
Yep.
You look back. I bet you Ed Sheeran probably listened to Simply Red and was like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah. Well, we knew he was the Marvin Gaye. No, so I'm sorry, Ed. I'm sorry.
Marvin Gaye. Oh my Lord.
Sorry.
I was just watching.
Sorry, Ed.
God, I was watching that Byron Allen special that was on the other day, and John Legend sang What the heck was that song by Marvin Gaye? Oh my God, it was amazing. He did so. John Legend is
he's great.
what a voice.
Yeah.
What a voice.
Yeah.
So I get to watch that. That was absolutely a great show.
Nice.
And Gladys Knight was on there. And she sang. Man, she was fantastic. She can still do it.
Oh, yeah.
She sang Midnight Train to Georgia.
Oh my
God. I was disappointed the Pips weren't there, but I don't know if they're still alive. I'm like, where's the Pips? Where's the Pips? She had 3 women singing at the background, and it's like, it didn't matter.
Wow.
It didn't matter. They sounded just like the Pips. And she sounds as great as ever.
Mm-hmm.
She looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And what is it, 73?
Yeah, 33, yeah.
She looks like she's late 40s.
Yeah.
Maybe
Amazing.
even earlier than that. Like, she looks great. And she still sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best all time as well.
Yes.
So that was a treat. That was really good. Boys to Men sang on that same show.
Wow.
Boys to Men. Boy, do I miss that.
Boys to Men.
Probably, I don't know who the other one would be. Top 2 harmonizing group of all time.
Yes.
I would say number 1, but
yes.
I'll give them 2 just in case there's somebody out there that is better. And I don't know if that exists. But they were awesome. And they sounded so good. So good. I was disappointed until he breast. Disappointed. But, Kenny, we're done.
Oh.
So, look, I want to thank everybody for watching, tuning in. Throw some comments down there. And don't forget to come down to Sea Cafe. 250 Main Street, lower level. Look, you will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. Their grand opening is coming in July, but you can come down now, right at this moment. I'm going to still be here probably all day. You can come down. You can get a tea or a hot chocolate or a coffee at Borealis, and you're going to get a quality product from a quality family. And good conversation, nice atmosphere. Just come down. It's fantastic. But it was a great show. Kenny, it was awesome having you here.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's great to come down. I had fun.
Again, Kenny from Sports Unfolded, NBA show, and every so often you join us on the mother of all sports shows, Sports Unfolded.
Yes.
And, you got to check it out. Kenny, by the way, preseason predicted the Celtics would win the championship. I chose Milwaukee. Eric, I think he chose Memphis or something. I don't know. His team went out a long time ago. He's never right at anything. But Kenny picked the Celtics. They're still there, and they're going to get it done tonight. And they will be going up against Denver, for the championship. And, hey, if Kenny's right, and I don't doubt him at this point, he did not give up on them. Me and Eric packed it in after 3-0, and like, that's it, it's over. I was already, mending my broken heart with the Bruins and the Celtics after Game 3.
Yes.
And then they started winning again.
Unbelievable.
If there's anything right in the world, the Celtics need to continue it.
Yes.
If there's anything right in the world, bring the championship back home to Boston.
Yes.
Like it belongs. I think we have a comment there. Chakra just subscribed for 5 months in a row.
Nice.
Chakra, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Big time fan of Rhode Island Broadcasting. He watches the sports shows. He watches this show. He watches Music Causation. Chakra _power. I saw him play World of Tanks, and it looked like the Warthogs from Halo. Wow. It was absolutely amazing. I used to love driving around in the Warthogs. with somebody on the back with the guns and just shooting people up. And as we drive by, we keep going around in circles until we kill everybody. And it just reminded me of that. So if you want to see some great games, and I know he's been playing Street Fighter 6 as well, check out Chakra_Power on Twitch. I thank you so much for being such a loyal fan. With nothing but the best for you. And thank you everybody for watching. We will see you next time.